Okay, so this is my 10th Hohem gimbal that I'm reviewing today, and I have to say this is probably one of my favorites that they've ever released. There's a few things that I'm going to really focus on in today's video with the iSteady M7, which for me personally, there's no other gimbal on the market that can do certain things that the M7 can do. Now, it doesn't matter if you have an iPhone or an Android phone. I've got my Google Pixel 8 here. I'll do a quick showcase that they both connect perfectly fine and you can use the gimbal with no issues using the Hohem Joy app. Or if you just want to use your native camera app, then that's what I would highly recommend as well to try out, because this AI tracking module here allows you to use pretty much any app on your phone, whether it is your native camera app or you can actually use it with your social media apps, TikTok, Instagram. If you want to go live, it will do all the tracking for you with that little AI module built into it. But one of the key things that I really want to focus on is this detachable remote control here, which actually has a live stream video that you can actually see yourself on up to around 10 meters away of what you're actually filming from your phone. The camera itself is built into the AI module, so it's not the camera that's being streamed from your phone, but because your phone lens and the camera lens on the AI module is very close, it will give you a great indication if you are filming by yourself, if you're actually in frame. But not only that, with the screen itself, you can run through very easily all of the customizable options on the gimbal. You can also drag a little green square around either yourself or an object to start tracking in real time. There's so many things you can do with this detachable remote control screen, settings button, remote shutter. Multi-functions are built into this, and that's one of the best things about this gimbal. So we'll go ahead and I'll set it up with my iPhone and my Android phone just to show you that the connection is very stable with both phones. And then I'll run through the gimbal and dive into a little bit more around that remote control. Okay, so a very quick intro on the gimbal. This is heavy duty. It feels very nice in your grip. So like I mentioned, this is a detachable remote control. You do have some LED indicator lights inside there as well to give you indication of the Bluetooth connection, the battery life of the gimbal and the battery life of the remote control. So you have a joystick, the mode button, the shutter button with a zoom slider, and then a function button here as well. So if you triple press this from a distance, that can rotate the gimbal around so it faces the other way, 180 degrees. USB-C charging port, the power button. You got 1/4 thread there as well. So if you want to buy an optional versatile arm, so you can just hold the gimbal a little bit more steady, then you can attach even the arm, but also some other accessories if you want. You can attach it right there. Trigger button right at the back. Multi-function control wheel, which actually has a button as well. It does a few things, but you can customize this very easily from the screen, and I'll showcase that directly. You have plenty of lock switches for each of the axes. There's also a USB Type-C out there as well, so you can do reverse charging and connect your phone directly from the gimbal, and it will start charging it up from that. When you mount your phone onto the clamp, you can actually manually go from landscape mode into portrait mode just by tilting it. You will need to take your phone off and put it back on when you do that, so it's got the camera at the top and not in view of the axis. You also have another 1/4 thread there in case there's anything else that you'd like to mount onto this arm. This has 360-degree rotation as well, so you can get some really cool inception shots with that. There's some lock switches for the magnetic fill light. If you press that, this comes off very easily. You can see the camera is just there for the live streaming. This also is not just a white light, but it also goes onto the RGB scale, 360 degrees of all the colors that you want, that you can cycle through very easily using the multifunctional detachable remote. So very quick and easy attachment. You can place it whichever way you want. Clips into place. And lastly, it does have an extension pole built into the gimbal as well. Comes out around 20 centimeters. So if you really want to get those high angle or those really unique shots, even get some type of like fake drone shots, then you can use this as well, which actually is quite a nice touch. Okay, so starting off, I've got it paired with my Google Pixel 8. Setting it up with Android is probably no different to setting it up with an iPhone. Just go into your Bluetooth settings, look for M7 and just connect it. Open up the Hohem Joy app, make sure it's connected via that as well. Even though you technically don't need to use it with the app, you can just use it with your native camera app and everything just works absolutely great. So I will showcase how to adjust some of the settings and use the live stream view on the actual LCD screen. But I'm going to go ahead and connect it with my iPhone and use that as the primary showcase. And there we have it. I've connected my iPhone. Very quick and easy. Now let's talk about the main features why I really love this gimbal. We'll start off with the AI magnetic tracker at the top. There's a little red light just above the camera that will actually allow you to start the tracking natively with some gestures. So I'm going to give it the OK hand symbol that will start tracking me, and then I will use the palm to stop the tracking. Okay, so let's go ahead and test out the gesture control. So you see at the top of the AI tracker module, it's a red light. It's very simple. I have my native iPhone camera here, not even the Hohem Joy app. You can use this with TikTok, Instagram, any other app, and it will track you via that module. To start the tracking, you give it the OK hand gesture. You can see how quickly that responded. And in fact, if I move around the room, you can see how fast and how smooth that is actually working. So if I come back, let's say, for example, I wanted to reposition myself to be more on the left side of the screen, because by default with the tracking, you're always center frame. To do the reframing, you give the 2 L's, the green light will start blinking. I reposition myself, let's say to the left of the screen, and then go ahead and give the L symbol again from both sides. Now with the tracking, you can see I remain on the left side of the screen. If I go back into the center, confirm the reframing, and there you have it, back into the center, which I think is absolutely great. Now if I want to go ahead and start and stop the recording or taking pictures, then I give the phone symbol gesture with both hands, and that's very simple as well. You just do this. As soon as the green light starts to blink, it gives you about a 3-second countdown, and now you can see everything has started recording. When I'm ready to stop, give that same gesture. As soon as the green light starts flashing, there you can see it gives you the 3 seconds to stop the recording. That is very convenient with the gesture control, so you don't necessarily need to be right next to the gimbal. So let's go ahead and stop the tracking. The light has gone red, everything has now stopped. So in terms of being able to do things remotely from the gimbal, of course gesture controls makes that very easy, but even more easier than that is the detachable remote control. So we're now going to dive in to see how that works and all of the things that you can do with that. Okay, so I have the remote control here in front of me. I've detached it from the gimbal. Now I'm going to show you a really cool feature on this that is one of my favorite things about the M7. From the main menu, if you swipe left, this is where it will start to live stream directly from the camera that's built on top of the AI module. Not the camera that's on my iPhone, but from the module. But because the lenses are so close to each other, this gives me a great indication of if I'm being in frame and making sure that everything is seen properly. Then I can start filming myself without actually having to use my front-facing camera or my selfie camera on my iPhone. So you can see here, I can control the joystick, and there's hardly any lag, any frame drops. It just works instantly in real time. So I'm going to face this towards me, and you can see there how great that looks. If I see myself in frame, then I can start shooting directly from this as well. So I'm going to face the phone towards you guys, so you can see I'm going to press the shutter button here and start the recording. So if I press that, you'll see on the app it's now started recording. I can start doing my filming. When I'm finished, press the shutter button again and it will stop. So that is also a convenience factor, but let me go back onto myself. So the first way to start the tracking, this has really good auto detection. So because I'm in the screen and in the frame, all I need to do is just double tap on myself. It will automatically detect me and start tracking me. So if I do double tap, you'll see it's created a green square just around me. And this allows me to now start moving around. As you can see, I'm just going left and right, and the tracking has now started. So that is a very convenient way of just trying to track either not just a face, but also an object as well. So you can double tap an object, it will pick it up and it will start tracking that, which is a very unique thing. So I'll go ahead and stop the tracking. I can hold up the palm, or I can pause the tracking with the button just on the right hand side. And the second way to start the tracking is you can create a little red box around your subject and then just hit the function button once on the side, and again that will pick up what's in that box and start tracking it. So you can see it's now gone green, and again I can move around It works very fast, very smooth. So those are the two primary ways you can use the remote control to start your tracking. And of course, use gestures to stop the tracking. So I do have to say, with the Hohem iSteady M7, they are the only gimbal brand that actually does object tracking. If you look at some of the gimbals that we have from DJI, or if you have a look at the Insta360 Flow Pro 2s, they don't do object tracking whatsoever. Hohem is the only one that can track specific objects. So if you want to track someone riding a bike or a car, anything like that, that's something that is just a game changer as well. And it works natively with any app. Now, if I show you, if I triple tap the side button here, it actually spins the gimbal around 180 degrees as well. So you can switch between both of your front cameras and rear cameras of your phone very quickly and easily without having the need to go and do that manually every single time. And you can see how smooth that works. Let's just quickly run through some of the other options outside of the live stream on this. So the roller control, that's the control wheel just on the left hand side of the gimbal. You can change this. So right now by default it's on focus. You can change it so that it does the tilt, the roll, the pan, or even the color changes on the magnetic fill light. Right, so I've just turned all the lights off so I can really showcase how the light on the AI magnetic attachment works. When you go into the screen, you go into roller control. On the bottom right, you can see it says off. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on, and you'll see by default it's on its white light. Then you go into the light settings just there next to it. So right now, the CCT scale, it's on 6,000 kelvins. If I cycle down to 2,700, you can see it becomes a very warm white light. So you guys are all familiar with that. However, if you want to go through, let me just turn the brightness up on this. If you want to go through the color gamut, so you select this for the RGB. So red is right there at the beginning. So as I'm cycling through, if you take a look, it will go through all of the RGB color scale right down to the end before it gets back to red. So that is very convenient if you want to take some really cool photography or videos with some RGB lighting in the background, or you can just leave it directly on the CCT scale. So when you're ready to turn it off, you literally just tap and it's off. Quick and easy. Some of the other settings as well, when you go into scenario, one thing I really like about this is if you want to use your wide angle lens on your camera, if I do that, it will pick up some of the axis on the gimbal here. Now, I don't want that to be in the shot. So what you can do is select this wide angle mode, and this will turn it around so that it positions the phone whereby it's not in view of this little gimbal here. So let me press wide angle. Now you can see the phone is on the front. It's moved the axis to the back of the gimbal. That is convenient. Now you can use your wide angle lens. There's nothing in the way for that to interfere with your videos. Very convenient. And if I want to go back, have the phone closer to me so I can control it with my hands very easily, press that one more time, it will make the adjustments, and there you can see everything is back to its normal position. Then of course you have some of the other common options. You have a panorama, a time lapse, you can do infinite rotations, get some really nice inception shots. You can change the mode from here as well, so pan follow, pan tilt follow, POV and custom. From here you can change the settings for joystick. You can set your A/B trajectory if you want to take some really cool shots from that. Medium speed, more settings, you can turn gimbal sounds off, calibrations, AI settings, etc. It's very simple, very straightforward, but it's very powerful. That is why I'm a big fan of having a detachable remote like this, where the settings are so easy to use. Everything is just so customizable. It pretty much does everything you need from a gimbal. The AI tracking is absolutely great as well. Now, having said that, this does have really good solid 3-axis AI stabilization built into it for getting the most smoothest footage. So here's some sample shots I've taken outdoors with this gimbal of how smooth and accurate this actually is. Now, hopefully you enjoyed that stable footage, that montage of all the clips that I've taken with this. I'm so happy with it. One of the best gimbals I've owned. I'm going to be using this so often, especially with the live streaming view on this. It's going to save me a lot of time to go back and forth to always check to see if I've got the right shots. If you have any questions about the iSteady M7, as always, drop them down below. I'm a huge fan of Hohem. They've done an excellent job yet again with this new release. And if you did like this video, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.